Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, and the host for the Network Marketing Insider. I want to make sure you are aware. We're going to have this is going to be an amazing episode. We have the CEO, Scott Gerrard, going to be dropping some massive gems. So if you are new to this podcast, if you're new to Learn with Legends, if you're new to anything that you're seeing this video from, you might be on different platforms. Hopefully, if you are supporting me or you're supporting this podcast, sharing it out to other social media channels. Reminder, make sure if you haven't already, take a look at Got Backup. Got Backup is amazing. It allows you to get storage. I know we all have those memories that we kind of lose pictures or video or documents. And all the big guys are all charging $9.99 for 2 terabytes. With Got Backup, you get 6 terabytes for $9.97, and you can resell, which means you can make money and build a business out of this and actually have your product paid for by the members that you bring in. So definitely take a look at it. It's in the description. Take a look if you're in the U.S. right now and Philippines, you can take a look at local city places. So I want to make sure you understand. We're gonna sit back, drop a hashtag live on the live, hashtag replay on the replay. Drop a couple favorite emojis throughout because the algorithm loves comments. They love engagement. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share the hell out of this video because this is a lot of powerful knowledge you're going to be hearing from Scott Gerrard. Let me bring him in here. Let me bring in Scott Gerrard. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm great. Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. We just had an awesome meeting, a Zoom meeting, fired up, a lot of great stuff, man. Talk about this REA, man, this new coin that was just dropped. This is like crazy.
You want to talk about REA?
Oh, man.
Well, everything I do is traffic driven, and that's the idea of REA is to gain a lot of traffic. And because I'm traffic first, profits last, it's taken off. Over 1,000% since the launch. I'm surprised you bring it up. I wasn't expecting you to bring it up, but over 1,000% since the launch. And the main reason for me is so I can gain that traffic to help my networks, to help it, like network marketing. I'm a network marketer through and through. Love it. Love the model, the business model, and what you learn doing it. So, and that's just another one way for me to gain more traffic. So, yeah, it's blown up. It's blown up.
It's a powerful thing. It's powerful, man. I was like, man, we got to talk about it real quick because it's something that everyone should be involved in. And this is a network marketing insider. We're going to give some tips, some strategies, some daily habits. You've been involved with network marketing like all your life, right?
No, not all my life. Since I was in Web Talk, so probably about 5-6 years now. So yeah. It's been a long time, enough time to learn a lot of things. Yeah.
Now, in the beginning, a lot of people don't want to jump on board with network marketing. They're all afraid. They have these myths that are out there. What made you get involved with it?
Probably, I was searching. So when I first started, I was boxing. So I was boxing, and from doing boxing, outside boxing, I was jumping through jobs and stuff. But the house that I was living at the time, it sold. So the owners wanted to sell it. So we had to sort of move out of that house. Then we moved further away from the work, and then even further away from the boxing gym. So I lost that income, and then I had no license because before that I lost my license. So won't get too much into that. So I had no license, and I was right into the boxing class all the time, but I had no income, and I just couldn't afford to keep up the boxing, but I really wanted to. And then it broke my heart because I actually had to stop. I just stopped. I messaged the coach. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. I didn't tell him why. I didn't tell him because it was poverty. I didn't tell him because I'm struggling. I just let him know I can't do it anymore. And they had no idea. It was a shock for them. I was actually starting to get pretty good. Not
like Mike Tyson good.
I wish, but I could have. You never know if I had been able to keep going, and that's what made me think this is just wrong. So that's when I first went, this is wrong. shouldn't happen, and there's no way I'm going to let my kids go through this. So what I began doing then is searching, like if my kids want to do something when they're in the future, I want them to be able to. And then I began searching online ways to make money, and then I come across, the first thing I come across was high tickets. If you start searching how to make money, you're going to come across high tickets. And I went into a few of them. I'm very statistical, so I do a lot of research. Worked out the rate of failure, the rate of success, all that sort of stuff, and then the reasons why. I look at comments, I look at the actions of people, and I come into the realization that network marketing is probably the most successful and easiest way to build a passive side income, and it's got a low success rate. But when you add up the success rate with all the industries, you can see that network marketing is clearly by far the best industry to get into if you're first starting to wanting to make money, because it's one thing though. If you come into network marketing, I want to stress this so important. Choose who you join. So don't look so much about the product. Don't look so much about people flashing some cash. Choose the person you join. Make sure they are consistent. Make sure that they're consistently trying to, even if they're not doing so well, that make sure they're trying to help. If they're not trying to help their team, they're not going to try and help you. And when you first begin something, you really do need that little bit of guidance, that little bit of help. So that's how I got first started, and that's probably the biggest tip I could give to someone first getting started is choose who you join. Don't just join a link, okay? Because that was if I could turn back time, there's no way I would have just joined the links that I joined. I would have went into that industry, and I would have found the leaders in that industry. It really matters who you join.
All right. No, I definitely understand that. And what are some of the, I guess, tools or strategies that you kind of started off in the beginning that you failed, and then you figured out that actually you started getting some success? You're all about traffic. I know that could be something I know you're going to be talking about, but I wanted to hear about some failures too, because a lot of people that are watching, they think, oh, I'm going to make all this money right off the bat, and that's complete hogwash. It's bullshit. You're going to not make money like what they're proposing you're going to make, because it's a lot of failure because of not being consistent as well.
Yeah. So depending on product or platform, but my biggest, when I failed the most, it'd be trying to get that commission. So at the start, it was always about trying to get the commission. So the way I was approaching things was, how can I get a commission off this person? Like, how can I get this person to sign up? And why did I want them to sign up? And this is 99.9% of everyone doing it. Okay. That when I was thinking, how can I get that commission? How can I make that sale? Was the issue. And I was failing a lot. I was getting nowhere because I kept saying, how can I get the commission? I had to change pretty much the mind frame switch. Instead of how can I get a commission, to how can I be the person that they want to join. And then the moment I approached it in that way, I begun to get some results. I then begin to see my everything growing, and like a lot of people, they'll say to me, because they see my network, oh, what's the secret? And it's like, just be the person that they want to join. That way, I can post a link, for an example, now, and because I've proven myself over and over and over again to a certain group, not everyone, because a lot of people don't act and then they don't get the results and they were hoping for, that sort of stuff. Or a lot of people like to do this. I don't know, they get it in their head people don't want certain people to win. So what they'll do is they'll see what you're in, but then they'll go find someone above you or someone over here or someone. They'll just steer clear from your actual network. So there's a little bit of that going around. But don't let that bother you. Don't let that get to you. And really focus on the people that you're inside a group. So your small group, you're going to have a small group that's going to make you the most money. You might bring in 1,000 people. I can guarantee you'll bring in a lot of members, and your very small group will bring in a lot of members. But you're only ever going to make the money from that small group, from 2, 3, 4 people. Okay, they're the money makers. But the idea is to work with them, stick with them, So then they get those 2, 3, 4 people. And it doesn't matter how many you go through. So the way I like to say is, at the start, initially, is flick through them like a deck of cards. You don't try and turn a 5 into an ace. You throw it away, okay? And then you go to the next one. Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away, until you find those aces. Once you get those aces, really focus on them aces. Really help them as much as you can. Like, some people think they don't have value. You got value the moment you try to give. The moment you begin to try to help. Because a lot of people, that say, if I had $1 million, I'd go give money to the poor. So you don't need $1 million to do that. You get $5 is more than enough to start your helping process. And I believe in the energies as well. So yeah, that's probably my biggest failure, was when I was trying to get commissions off people rather than trying to be the person they want to join. So I think that answers the question.
Yeah. And I've been with you since Web Talk days, and now we're involved with Empower Life we were doing. Now Learn with Legends, of course. But I've like how you set things, like you talk about, you want to have ability to be followed, and you have the ability to help other individuals. But it's like you motivate them. You are able to share scripts that should be shared, images, Facebook groups, or any groups that you can set up out there in the world, how to set up emails, how to do affiliate marketing, doing websites. But it's all about pushing and getting people to take action. If they can start doing action and then see others in the group do it, that's what I found is the more people in the group now start doing it, it's like a competition, like who's doing more of it, right?
Yeah, so it's very hard to getting someone to take action is probably the hardest thing you're going to come across when it comes to network marketing. It's easy to get someone to join. If you cannot get someone to join you on something, you are simply not trying. Like you are just not trying. Now that's the easiest part. So with anything, you got to turn. So the first thing you do, your first goal is obviously get a customer to your business, whatever it be. And then that's when it gets hard, because then you got to try and turn some customers into business partners. Now, a lot of people, they do not want to do that. And when it comes to those scripts and stuff to make, our world has been conditioned to sort of follow instructions ever since school days. We've been so conditioned to follow instructions, to do what we're told to do. So the scripts and stuff, it's not going to get you the biggest results, but providing that sort of stuff for your team, or that it gives them that starting field. They begin to do the scripts. Now they're going to veer off those scripts, and you want them to. So that's just a daily practice to get them into a routine. After that, they'll begin to build on that routine, and they'll choose their own avenue. I've got team members that will go down the Facebook avenue. I've got team members that will go down the YouTube avenue, Instagram avenue, TikTok avenue. A lot of the platforms I don't even use, but they'll go down that road. Now, it doesn't matter which platform you use. It's sort of the same method. So everything's the same method. It's just a different platform. So what you want them to do is begin on any platform. And for example, those scripts are made for Facebook. But I can guarantee people will be like, oh, hang on, I can just do this on Instagram. I can just do this on TikTok. And then they'll go to those platforms. And then I also encourage, learn a platform, at least learn 1 or 2 platforms. Like, understand it. So I'm big on YouTube, not big on YouTube, but I know how to tap into tags. And by tapping into tags, I can get in front of people. And that's another thing we're talking about, is I'm very traffic driven. And then now I'm learning Twitter, because I think a lot of, especially coming up, the elections, it's going to make a lot more Twitter users. It always does every year, because Facebook starts doing their little things, blocking people and stuff. But and that brings a lot of users over to the other platforms. So yeah, that's the reason for the scripts, is more just to give them that little bit of guidance, give them what they're used to. So you're bringing them in. So you're bringing a person into a whole new world that they're just not used to, and you've got to. So the world has conditioned us to stop dreaming. So one of the hardest things is you've got to help them dream again. So when you bring a prospect, and then when you bring a customer, and you're trying to turn that customer into a business partner, the only way you can do that is if you can spark that dream again. So by sparking that dream again, you can then begin them to take action. Now, why are they taking action? That's the important part. So why would someone act on what you're doing? Their dream is why. So it's what they've forgotten to do, their dream. Now, the product or platform, whatever it is, all that is for them is a tool to get to their dream. So it's a tool to, in most cases, raise money for what they actually want to do. That's what I use a lot. So you do this to raise the money for this, and that's pretty good method. That works pretty well for a lot of people. But it won't work if they stop dreaming, if they're not dreamers. So you really need to give them that dreaming belief back, because we just lose it from school and work. It just takes.
Oh yeah, no doubt about
So,
it. Now, there's a lot of people that, you know, they have their normal job, and Daniel's talked about this. You've talked about it. I talk about it, and it goes with that dream. You got to figure out what will you do with that money you're making on the side. Is it something you're going to invest in? Are you going to build your business? Because network marketing is a business. So if you don't have a website, you might have to spend a little money to buy a website. You might have to, or get a domain name, or get involved with Viral Legends and get one of those, you know, follow links. That would be powerful to grow your business. So spending money, people don't realize you have to spend a little money to make some money, right?
Yeah, definitely. I believe in that. Well, you don't. You're not limited to having to spend money at the start.
Right.
Okay, so whatever you're growing, you really want to invest in that. So a lot of people, they'll make a $10 commission, but instead of using that $10 commission to maybe learn a new tool or learn a new skill, or maybe even promote a YouTube video, it's they'll use it for a coffee. But it's like the way I see it with anything. If you're not financially free, why do you withdraw? In my opinion, keep investing. And what are you investing in? You're investing in yourself. So if I'm very little bit materialistic, but like I do like a little bit of material, but I've got barely any. I put it off because what I want, I can't have yet with what I've got. So why would I stop building now? And a lot of people, they don't even start building. So they get that commission, they spend the commission. They do not start building something. So for an example, you're building this podcast, you're working on the podcast, you go on the podcast, that's yourself building something. But why are you doing that? You're doing that for your products. So there's no other reason to do it. You're doing it for either your job, your products, or whatever it is. But you've got to consistently invest into something, anything, as long as you are building. And when it comes to building and investing like $5, $10 from a commission, reinvesting it over and over again, putting it into something like a channel or into something like a Facebook page. A lot of people build Facebook pages and they give up within a week because they won't run an ad with their commission. Like, Facebook pages are the easiest thing to grow. I grew one to over 80,000 followers before, and all I was using was commissions from WebTalk to run ads for my Facebook page. So it's literally that simple. But people won't do that. They'll use the commissions from the product to buy a pizza. And
well, they also want to get that money right away, right? They don't have the vision for 2, 4, 6, 10 years from now where you're gonna be when you put some time in. You know, they want it now. They're not patient. You have to plant seeds consistently using the tools, and then you harvest it later. You don't have to get it all now. You get it down the road. But people are so adamant to get into it now. There's a lot of that fear, right?
Yeah. Well, and in saying that too, so people they're so short-term vision. They're so short vision terms, however you say that. But they're so focused on the short-term gains that they never get the gains. They never get what they want to get because they just won't look a little bit further down the road. So 10 years from now is going to happen. You can't stop time. So I can work for that 10 years from now, or I can just do what I do every single day and just work a job. Now, if I was to work a job, let's just say I'm making $100,000 a year. If you're doing that, you're probably paying over $40,000 a year tax. So let's take home, let's say $60,000. Now, if I was to save every spare cent after I pay the bills and stuff and all that sort of stuff, I might be able to save maybe $200-300 a week. Let's just say $200 a week. So let's just say that would take me to what's that, $5,000? No.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so about $5,000 a year. Now I save that up for 10 years. What do I have? I've got $50,000. That's it. But then if I was to say, all right, let's put this, instead of saving it over here in this savings account, and not just $50,000, inflation's a big factor. So that inflation, the $50,000 is going to devalue for that 10 years period. So it's going to be worth about $20,000 in 10 years. So it's going to have the same buying power as $20,000 has today. So there is no point saving it. But if I was to invest it and learn the skills of network marketing and build something on the side with that money for the next 10 years, because I already know by working and doing the same thing I do every single day now, I can maybe have $50,000 in 10 years. Maybe. That's a maybe. But if I was to invest it into a side income, a side hustle, into a side business, in 10 years' time, I could have $1 million. So, and people prioritize something like a savings account over their business. And this is what's holding a lot of businesses back. They just will not, they refuse to invest in their business. They do the natural growth and stuff. They'll try and do it for free, but it's like, hang on, if you've got a YouTube channel, $10 worth of ads is not going to hurt. It's going to help. If you've got a Facebook page, $10 worth of ads is going to help. If you've got any product, setting up a website where you can actually capture emails is not going to hurt. It's going to help. You're going to get a lot more return over that long period of time. If you was to work, anyone out there, if you was to think about your job, work as hard as you possibly can in your job to become the best you possibly can in your job. Let's just say you're a doctor, you might get to something like a $500,000-$600,000 income by 10 years' time. Now, let's just say you take that same effort and that same, it costs a lot more to become a doctor too, by the way. You're going to have all these student loans. It's going to cost you $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 by the end of it. Yeah. And you're going to have to pay it all back with interest. And then you might, maybe, if you work your ass off and you become the best in the industry, you might have a job paying $500,000 a year. Then when it comes to network marketing, if you invest not even slightly $50,000 into skills and stuff to become a doctor, not even 10 straight years working hard, that $500,000 a year could be a monthly income by 10 years' time. So it's really taking focus off that short term and really putting it on that long term. It's gonna, like, the shortest shortcut to success is to take the long road, like, in my opinion. Like,
a lot of people don't want to do that. And I want to really hit it home as far as the importance of teaching people. And you do this very well. You use video, you're using paint, you talk, you show diagrams. Why did you get involved doing that? Is it easier to replicate? I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, and a post, so I like quality. So every now and again I'll get excited and I'll post 100 videos or 100 posts or something, but they're not as quality as if I was to say, all right, well, let's post something. I really think about mind frame. I really think about how to make them understand. So when I do a post, it's like I can understand. You could talk to me, for an example, and explain something to me. I can pick it up pretty quick. Like, not always, but in some topics I can pick it up pretty quick. But not everyone can, and sometimes they just need that picture to, like, paint a picture for them. So that I use Canva a lot. Like, Canva is my go-to place. There's not many days that go past I'm not on Canva making something. And I find that picture and just showing it, even an example, like comparing, like with inflation, comparing the token, let's just say that REA token, comparing that with something like the US dollar or something, and putting little graphs and little images to show like a decrease, or just writing this will be worth this much, and then over here this will be worth this much, so they can sort of look at both sides of the picture kind of thing, and then see the difference. So they can actually see the difference physically with their eyes, because words don't work. If you read, so for example, with my post, when you mentioned writing a post and stuff, spacing the post, making sure they're in little lines. Spelling means nothing, guys. So many people will never make a post because they're not good at grammar, and they want to be good at grammar first. You'll never be good at grammar until you're making the mistakes. So make the mistakes, but as long as you're splitting up those posts, people tend to read them, and people tend to understand them because they've got a small section to take in, to process, and then they move to another small section. So it's like little tricks like this sort of help with the explaining side of things. So, and I really do think it out. Like, and I'm always thinking about, if I post this, what are they going to feel when they read it? And I also think of who's going to feel what. Like, sometimes I'll intentionally trigger in certain situations. I'll like, this person's going to be triggered, but if they don't hear it this way, they're not going to see what I'm trying to say. So, and that sort of stuff. And that's why I'm avoided a lot. So when you begin to trigger people, you do get avoided. They will avoid you. But when they see what you said come right. So I'm always futuristic. Like Daniel calls me from the future, because what I like to do is say what's going to happen and then make it happen. I like to make sure everyone knows.
Manifesting, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. And by doing that, people then learn, hang on, every time Scott says something happens. And I will get it wrong. A lot of the time I will be wrong. Like, let's just say I'd say this is going to happen 10 times. Only 5 times it's going to be right. But I can guarantee those 5 times that were right is going to make you a lot more money than what you lost with the 4 times that was wrong. And whatever you keep a good ratio on what you're doing, you know your stuff. Like, for example, a trader, they will do a trade. They'll lose 10 trades before they win one, but that one is designed to make back all that money plus some. So my biggest call was when Bitcoin actually was down at 4K. I had some back then. I actually sold all my crypto to build Learn with Legends. I sold the whole lot all at once when I built Learn with Legends. Otherwise, I'd be a very wealthy person right now. But my biggest call was, this is it. This is the time to buy. I messaged so many people and said, buy it now, because no matter what you've been in the past with me, this will make it up. This will be what makes every cent back. So I like to do that. So I like to tell the future first and then make the future happen, because then people start to take notice and actually start to take me serious. Like, oh, hang on, last time I might actually listen this time. You might be onto something. Not always, but like, you're only ever going to have a very small surroundings. But that small surrounding is who's going to make you a millionaire.
And you're building a brand. And like Scott was saying, if you do a grammar error, people will call you out on it, and it actually helps you, because people are going to be like, you said this wrong. That's a comment, which will now help your algorithm, which more people will see your content. So guys, you got to really think about what you're putting out there on a consistent basis. And Scott developed Learn with Legends. I want to end on that. I want to talk about what's the importance of people joining that, and can you talk about the community? That's missing in a lot of network marketing companies. There's no community. They might have a decent product. There's no community. So there's no one. We're all working together on that platform to earn money. Can you go into more detail on that?
Yeah, so everything on Learn with Legends. So the best recruiter, for example, is the person that started the platform. I'll tell you that right now. That's the one. So it doesn't matter how good you can refer, how good you can do anything. The best recruiter is the one that started the platform. They're the ones that have access to every single member. And as I said before, I'm traffic driven. So instead of worrying about making money, I think about what is the best thing for the members. That's always what I think, because I'm traffic driven. Always have been. I've been since my earliest days. Well, at the earliest days when I was making the mistakes and failing was when I was commission driven, like we mentioned in that start. But now that I'm traffic driven, I'm able to use that traffic driven side of me and not worry about profits, not worry about making money. And from that, the amount of money we're able to share out inside the Learn with Legends platform, because all I want is the traffic. I don't care about the money. Okay. So the amount of money we're able to share out is so much more than any other platform. Every other platform is taking a lot. Like we got the rollover, for an example, and the rollover is any unshared commissions get rolled to the next month. So every other platform in the world has the structure, but then if there's unfilled spots, you can't give 20% if you're the first one to join a company, and let's just say your commission pays 10 lines above you, but you're the first one. Obviously, there's 10 lines not getting paid. So most companies will just take the whole 10 lines of commission, whereas we don't. We roll it to the next month to make sure they get paid the next month. So from that aspect, we're able to, for the members, we're able to bring in a system that guarantees a pay, every single month as long as you're verified. There's not going to be ever a month that you do not get paid. It might be a little bit, might be a lot. And the amount that you get paid is solely dependent on the group community effort. Because I'm the only one so far, like with all access to all the admin stuff. We haven't got the team built yet. We haven't got the office built yet. We've only got the platform. But so what we do is the courses. The members provide the courses. You can just go in there, become a premium member, and you can provide the course in the premium member. And what you get in return from that is obviously you're bringing more value to the platform, so you're going to make more money on the platform, but then you're also getting more traffic to wherever you go to. So for an example, your course with video marketing, when someone goes onto that, they like your course, they've got all your contact details there, they might come over. If you donate to the platform, you put in your Viral Legends links, and it will send any traffic, anyone that sees your donation goes, that's a good person, I'm going to see them. They got all your links on your viral links. The help thing that we just added, you just did a video on that as well. It's community based. So anyone can ask a question, anyone can answer a question, and you can answer a question more than one time, so they can have multiple different answers. If they don't understand, you can actually talk to each other on there, and that's the community. So 100 and the commission's made from fees, but 100% of the growth of the platform is solely dependent on the members. So as I said before, we all get a very small community, and same thing with Limited Legends. The overall members will never sort of do anything, but the small community, the small side of things, the ones that actually do support it and like the vision, like the idea, they're going to make that platform amazing. And then in maybe we get another 200 members, and within that 200 members, maybe we get another 5 that join our small community that actually add value to it. So the more valuable people that join the platform, and the more there's the skills you can learn. So like, for example, network marketing, you can learn it there. Affiliate marketing, you can learn it there. And together, off each other. We don't need schools. We don't need big, high tickets. We just need each other. And so, yeah, I don't know if I explained it, but that's sort of, it's just so community-based. Everything is solely dependent on community. And that's why it's a bit slower to grow, because I'm traffic-driven, not money-driven. Therefore, the long-term vision of it is not about making me a lot of money. It's about having more and more people on that platform to help more and more. Because as I said in the beginning of this, how I come into online, I didn't want my kids to go through the same struggles where I literally had to give up something I wanted to do because of money. And I thought, well, hang on, I don't want my kids to do that. Now, this platform is the same thing. And it's like, well, every other kid shouldn't have to do that either. Every other kid in the world, like, just because, yeah, obviously I can look after my own. Anyone can look after their own. Most people do only look after their own. But there's a lot of parents out there, millions, billions, that have kids. They can't even feed them. They've got no dinner tonight. They've got no. A lot of them don't even have a house over their head. They're sleeping on a park bench or something. And some are sleeping in dirt, depending on what country you're either in a park bench or in dirt. Like it's sad. So them kids, and even the parents of them kids, will never have what I've got now today. And the only way to give them something is to work out a way where we can have the community work together, obviously small, to build something great that's going to give them the funds. So then their kids can go to boxing, and then their kids' kids can go to boxing, and they can do what they want. They can build their country, their town, whatever. So it's really, I really try and I always pull myself up. Well, Jesus always pulls me up, I should say. I'm going to mention Jesus, guys. I follow Jesus. So he is always pulling me up when I start being greedy, and it happens a lot. I listen to some Jesus stuff, and he'll pull me straight back in line. He'll. That's a good thing about him, is he'll tell you what you really are. He's not afraid to say it. What's that?
It keeps you in check. That's for sure.
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
That was well said. And I know Daniel was watching, and Daniel was on this podcast, and he was an atheist before, and now he is belief. He has that belief. So anyone that has an open mind to whatever it is, if you are consistent with it, it's gonna change you. You're gonna get better. You're gonna grow. And like Scott was saying, give it some time. Things are it'll take some time. It could be 6 months, a year, it could be 5 years, but stick it out. Don't just quit. And I appreciate all the value you brought us tonight, Scott. You're the man. You're a wealth of knowledge, and it continues to, you come up with different things. We have some last minute 100% change by being open and learning from Midwest fun stuff. Guys, got to check them out. Daniel out in Michigan. And we have Jan joining us. I know Anders was here. And then getting everyone in Learn with Legends to go to the podcast to just be here, engage. Like, we're monetized. Everyone's going to make money by being in this and engaging this either live or on the replay. So, and don't forget, guys, you have the marketplace. You could sell stuff, as far as the ads. It's so much more that you guys got to check it out.
Before you, I don't know if you're getting close to ending it, but before we do, I want to also, you just said, should come in here and engage in and stuff to help grow. When we were talking at the start about network marketing, I said, choose who you join. Don't join the people that are not at the places, guys. If you want to join anyone in any industry, look where they are. Do they support? Are they there? Are they engaging? So you can see here, as I said before, you might get 200 people and only get like 3 or 4 close people. Right here is the close people. These are the valuable ones you want to join. If they're not here, you don't want to join them because they're not going to be there for you either. Okay, so you really want to, I wanted to just bring that because that's, the value is the smaller part of the platforms. The value is this very minuscule. As in Got Backup, as an example, I'm on Got Backup, the same one Shawn was mentioning at the start. I've got a large network, over 50 or I think over 60 members now in my network. I've got about between 6 and 8 people that come to the Zooms. So that is and if I was to join anyone in my network, it's not the ones that don't come to the Zooms. I would never join them. I would have at the start because I didn't know this. But now I really want everyone to understand that if you're new to network marketing and you fear it a bit, look at who you join and go and see who's supporting others. Because those that are supporting others, they're the ones that are going to help you. Even if they don't know how to help you, they're going to help you because they're going to feel obligated to help you. I can guarantee everyone here today feels obligated to be here. They're not only here supported, but they feel obligated to help. There's something inside them that I believe Jesus implemented into them, makes them feel to help, makes them feel to give. If you don't have that inside you, you're not going to. You're always going to be thinking me. You're always going to be like, how can I get commissions? Not how can I help my team? So look at what Shawn said. Come to these and engage, but not only engage, look at the opportunities that the ones that are engaging, not the ones that are not engaging. Don't look at their opportunities because they're not going to help you with them. But the ones that are engaging, the ones that are active, the ones that are helping, the ones that are always there, look at the opportunities they are in. If you like one, join through that person. Don't join through that joker that's always showing phishing pictures and showing you his payment proofs because he ain't going to help you. He's going to take your money. He's going to go fishing more. Okay, go through the ones that are literally there helping others already. Okay, if you want to help someone become rich, help that person that's given $10 to the poor even though they only got $20. Don't help that millionaire that's given $5 to the poor even though they got $1 million. Okay, just because it shows big, just because it's there, it's clear to see because they're so big or they got so much, they're able to give so much. It looks like so much, but the percentage of what they're given, so the percentage ratio, I think you understand what I mean. Have a look at that. So what do these members here that are engaging today have? More than likely less than a lot of other people. And what are they giving? More. So join the ones that give more and add it up. So how much do they have? And compare it. How much do they have to how much do they give? So Shawn, for an example, if I was to be starting now today, like in this day and age, like not years ago, if I was to only be starting network marketing now, I would jump on something that Shawn promotes because I see how much he's always trying to give. Like, just because he doesn't have 1 million followers, if he had 1 million followers, guess what? He's going to be given a lot more. Okay, like you see these other ones with 1 million followers, 2 million followers. They've got a big channel. They're in a nice house. Look at Shawn's backyard. Like, look at the size of the pool, guys. Come on. Join them, because as they grow, I can guarantee you're going to grow too if you stay active. If you stay active, okay?
That's
like
the important thing. Staying active. Scott, man, lots of golden nuggets. I appreciate you guys that are tuning in right now. You're gonna have to wait until this uploads. Get it from the beginning. Take some notes. Drop some comments. Reach out to us. Take a look at the description for all the links. Get on board with Learn with Legends. Got backup, etc. Again, Scott, thanks so much for your time. And as always, guys, have an awesome rest of your day wherever you are in the world.
See you later. Thank you.